And of course, Trump has basically since the first day of Hearthstone been considered one of these really smart players, and he's just basically been on this steady path of improvement since the game came out, and we see he's playing fantastically.
It's funny, isn't it? How as we see what looks like to be what. Actually, I know it's Druid at the bottom.
We jumped into the game. Yeah. It was super fast.
Versus Hunter.
Ooh, Hunter.
But it's funny how you even mentioned both are underrated, even though Trump's popularity arguably is #1 in all of Hearthstone
but
players.
I think he's not. He doesn't travel as much for tournaments and stuff, so I think he's not as respected by the pro scene. Basically,
well, sometimes even his fans always start their sentences. I love Trump, but he didn't play that well, or
there's no buts now though. He's playing fantastically.
Exactly.
He beat Kalento, got out of the group in first place.
And Kalento's out of the tournament, and that makes Trump a happy camper.
Yeah, won't have to play against him again. But let's take a look here. Okay, Trump got his Hunter banned, and the Warrior was actually banned by Trump on Theude, and that's kind of an interesting one. Huh.
Yeah, so being Trump, you ban the Warrior and you select Hunter as the deck that you want to play first. That's really interesting.
Well, he has Priest and he has Warrior, and I mean, maybe he studied Twitter enough to realize that his Zoo can be strong against Hunter. So if he has 3 classes that are great, then Hunter's not to be feared.
Yeah, you know what? He plays Death Rattle Priest, right? So if it's Death Rattle Priest, also he has Warrior. And also he is playing Zoo that he thinks might be good against this because he studied the decks for sure. This is a smart play by him.
Oh, you are so right, Toes. Trump improved a lot in his game. He just drew Wild Growth on
turn
2.
That's a very important
He's
card
also got 2 Innervates, Coin, Black Knight versus a Hunter, a Swipe, a Savage Roar. This is actually not... I don't actually like this hand at all, but...
If he drew anything but Wild Growth there...
If he just draws sick minions from here on out, it's easy street.
Well, it's looking good for now. Okay, guys. So
I think I might have to teach you the definition of good after this cast.
It's good. It's looking good for Hunter.
Oh! I got wrecked.
Got you. Wow. Do you swipe this Undertaker? You Savage Roar, Coin, Innervate.
Swipe is surprisingly...
Swipe
is really useful against Hunter. There's
a
lot of low health minions.
I think you have to remove this Undertaker.
Yeah, it's so scary. It looks like he's not going to. And there's another Death Rattle minion.
He wants to have
This
more...
is greedy, yeah.
I mean, it's not that
it's very
greedy.
Trump.
You are going to get at least 3 points of damage, maybe 4 if there's another Death Rattle minion. But if there is a second Death Rattle minion, you are in trouble.
Well, I mean, he can still use his Haunted Creeper to trade in, but... Okay.
That was tough.
All right.
Yeah, maybe not quite. Looked like he had no music on, so he's got to have that background music.
I was like, he heard us saying that there is a second Death Rattle minion. He's like, insta-concede.
He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that was bad then. If Theude plays both of these, it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, you do play both of these?
Yeah, I would be surprised if he didn't. Yeah, you waste 1 mana, but the Leper Gnome is the same thing as the Hunter.
It is off mana, but I don't think that's your main concern.
It's worth it.
You want to try playing around Swipe. Even if there is a Swipe, you are able to save the Spider. Because if you don't play both of them, Swipe will have so much value.
Right.
Yeah.
Swipe still have value, just you have to innervate first.
Yeah, he can basically do the same thing here.
He can coin just.
Not
you
can just use a coin and get the same value out of it. But hey, this is still a better play, I think.
Forgot about the coin being available.
Yeah.
Now that's value.
That's something that Champ really loves here.
Of course. And he's one of the first to admit that sometimes he loves value a little too much, as it can cause him to use greedy plays. But in this scenario, the wait was worth it.
This really did work out. I still don't think that swiping the turn before would have been wrong or anything, but he was trying to make sure he cleared everything out.
Well, you mentioned that Champ is underrated, but I was watching Champ in many tournaments that were online after the OGN, like Prismata Cup, like the Well-Played tournament, and he was doing really well in those tournaments. Also, as you mentioned, Trump is studying a lot. He's not the guy to just party and just waste his time. He was really studying his opponents. Last night he was studying his future opponents. Before this match, he was watching Mirari games, preparing for a possible next match, just in case.
Wow.
No respect for Cabrix.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. Studying Cabrix as well. I think he just studied everyone in top 8 till now.
Yeah. By the way, I really like this play, and also he didn't play a web spinner.
No,
Right? He actually is playing
that
Stranglethorn.
is in his deck.
Yeah.
A Stranglethorn Tiger.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, we've seen that before in the past. It's kind of like a delayed 5 damage rush
Yeah, it's like
minion or something.
In a way, it's your guarantee of kill command. Not to mention it matches the damage of kill
Yeah.
command. But this is very intelligent by Trump to set up 2 taunts that have really weak stats and delay this Tiger from doing anything.
And by the way, Trump hasn't been on this stream that much, so it actually caught me off guard when I saw the Sun Fury. We haven't seen Sun Fury in Druids for a bit.
Sure.
They are back actually. So
Yeah.
Colento is bringing them instead of the Haunted Creepers, and I mean Champ is playing both Haunted Creeper and Sun Fury, but this is a mechanism that help you to win versus Hunters and Aggro Mages.
Yeah, and it's doing a really great job. He just prevented 5 damage with one of the Spider Bros.
So check this out. If he didn't Loatheb, he would have been able to do some combo shenanigans. He still can use Savage Roar to clear, but I think he's very tempted to keep this Savage Roar and Force of Nature combo, especially if he draws into the second Savage Roar and then just kills his opponent.
You know, if he ends up winning this game, the Sun Fury in between the spiders is like, what an important move this was.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's going to end up saving him 10 damage probably. That's so crazy. Because, like, if he didn't do that, if he didn't have the taunts, right, he would have taken 5 last turn. And this turn he could take 20.
Well,
He would actually be dead this turn if not for the Spider Bros being
he would
taunted.
be dead. But he's still in a bad position. It's super easy to clear this board with a kill command. Just attack, like even set up a taunt after you've seen the Black Knight. So you can buff the Tiger with a Houndmaster.
Yeah.
So buff the Tiger with Houndmaster, kill command the Black Knight, attack a 1/1 with 5/5 maybe.
You would kill command the Black Knight?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty that's a value play. Like you deal with a 4/5 minion, 6 mana with 3 mana.
Yeah, I think it's valid, but like just looking at the damage here, I feel like I would use Loatheb. Oh wait, okay, he actually went Huffer. Okay,
He
that's a little
went
bit different.
Huffer like he had the choice.
Well, I mean, I didn't think he was going to cast that spell.
Well, honestly, Frodan, every time I'm seeing Animal Companion on this stream, I'm seeing a Huffer.
I've seen Leok more than I've seen Huffer, and I'm okay with that. You have to kill up the Sun Fury, by the way, before it picks off a good trade against the Huffer, which is also slightly annoying. So many minions have gained up big value for Trump.
Yeah, these little minions doing a lot of work.
Man. And then...
So, a Savage Roar wins this. Nope.
That's funny. He gets to clear, though. And this bought him so much time. Wow. These plays by Trump have really done a fantastic job. And now he's kind of stabilizing here at 19 health.
But on the other hand, he only has Lothab and double Innervate, which is not that great unless he draws into Ancient of Lore.
Yeah, that's really... If he draws Ancient of Lore next turn, then this definitely could go his way.
Well, Theude has only 1 minion to play this turn.
That's not really exciting. It's not even a beast.
Yeah, that's the worst standalone minion that you could really ask for.
So you
do you
play
develop the trap?
I think
you do. Yeah.
Just in case, and there can be like Dread of the Claw in the charge form and deal 4 damage to you, and you will have to trade. So I think trap is good.
He doesn't do it.
I mean, I can understand why, just to fit in the mana, but most likely whatever you draw, you'll be able to play, and if you need to play the Freezing Trap, you can. So it's not like you're in a rush, and you might get an ideal target if your opponent can pick what he wants.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, who knows? He's already seen a Haunted Creeper and a little Sun Fury Protector, so we could have something like that drop down. Then he's like, oh crap, do I kill this off or?
By the way, it's so interesting that Trump started with double Innervate in his hand, and he didn't have a chance to use them.
Yeah.
I mean, he has, but he just opted not to.
Yeah, they like wouldn't have done a whole lot. Like, lined up with the coin when he wanted the extra mana.
Right now, they serve as scare cards because whatever Theude is doing, he has to play around the second Savage Roar.
Yeah.
But I think Lion
I suppose. Like, he's been holding 2 Innervates for so long. Is he holding another set of combos or something close to that?
The second Savage
could be
here. It's 9 plus.
No.
7.
It's not quite.
No, it's
like
not.
16 or 17
So
points.
I think you can actually go face and develop a Lion and Hero Power.
Yeah. And that gets pretty scary because let's not forget, he still has his kill command. Unless he draws like a Keeper, he's going to have a Beast next turn too.
Sure.
Oh, it will be
Man.
really hard to kill the Savannah High main and
Yeah.
the Hyenas. So you should
You're gonna
actually
have to
retain
give a
at least-
lot of your board to do that. Yeah.
On the flip side, Trump wants Ancient of Lore. He wants something. Something that he can use these innervates with.
Yeah, Ancient of Lore would be
Oh, he's
probably
dropping
pretty
so
amazing.
low.
Yeah, at this point you might even want to heal. Oh man.
Is it the end? It not necessarily. No, I think it's
I
the end.
believe there's no way for him to stop
You can take
damage.
4, 9, 10, 11. He needs to use hero power this turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so hero power will actually put
It'll
him
keep
on
him 1 out if nothing else gets drawn, if he trades with this board perfectly.
Well,
It looks like he's going to,
The
yeah.
only option for him to drop the Spectral Knight.
Yeah, it's.
And there's. If
The
he
thing is,
drops
there's so
down-
much he can draw that will kill him.
Right.
Like
Any
a bow
equal horn
or,
bow.
Yeah, yeah.
Houndmaster number 2.
Yeah. Ah, that's not it.
That's not it, but still, Trump has a card that actually saves him here.
Alex
yeah,
Straza.
like,
Alex Straza, possibly.
yeah. I mean, I guess he could Ancient of Lore into Ancient of Lore that he innervates out for life gain the second one.
That would be
That's
crazy.
actually not bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
draw into Ancient Lore and then heal yourself.
Well, I was saying draw an Ancient of Lore, play it for
Right.
drawing, and
Draw-
then you draw your
Yeah,
second Ancient
exactly.
of Lore. Yeah.
And then heal yourself.
Yeah.
That is really next level.
That would be, well, I mean,
That sounds good,
that's a
Trump.
draw we don't normally see, right?
Also,
Although
if Hyena attacks into a Yeti, then Trump will actually have 3 more left.
Yeah, I quite like attacking into the Yeti, because then you can play a freezing trap and just basically make the Spectral Knight unplayable. Well, not unplayable. I mean, he'll play it
Right.
again because he only has innervates in his hand, but still, it slows it way down.
Yeah, and of course, kill command, you don't need to do it until you can actually kill. Unless you feel like there's
Yeah, like
some way to guarantee it, but
how
generally
many
speaking,
beasts
you
does he have
don't.
left, right?
Yeah, generally speaking, you don't use kill command if you don't get the kill.
Alright, is this Ancient of Lore? It's not. So, that's it.
Wow, you know, Savage is only a couple of cards off from being able to utilize the innervate with the Force of Nature combo.
Yeah. Kind of a little bit rough on having these 2 dead innervates for so long. It's not normally that innervates
yeah.
are dead.
Like, they were there from the beginning, and that's when
Yeah.
they're the most powerful.
Yeah.
By the way,
Never really had a play to use them, though.
that's exactly it.
So yeah, that's 4 plus
exactly
5,
9.
that's 9.
So even after hero power,
Actually, if he uses Savage Roar and kills this, he lives.
yes.
Oh, you're right.
Yes, because then he will need
That's a
beast.
hard play to make, but I think he could do it. I think that is actually... In fact, I don't think it's that hard to make, really.
And you can still hope for the Ancient of Lore play next turn. Ancient of Lore into Ancient of Lore.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard because it might be Snake Trap.
He just triggered the trap.
Yeah, he
Actually, we
just
just haven't
triggered
removed the icon.
Okay. I thought another secret was still up.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Can he do this? Like, this would be a good way to use the Innervate as well. You play the Spectral Knight, you play the Savage Roar, and you play Innervate for that 1 extra health.
Sure.
Because you do not need it. Okay. But he does not armor up. That doesn't kill him.
Still
though.
not dead yet.
I wonder if that
A beast
makes
jaw.
a difference, though.
He's really looking to get into an Ancient of Lore with these Innervates holding those.
Nope.
Because now if he hero powers, no matter, like, because Trump didn't hero power the previous turn, if he hero powers and he cleared this, say he Wrath, then he doesn't have a guaranteed way to live anymore. He needs to draw heal.
He's
Yeah, he
definitely
has to
going
try
for
heal.
Ancient of Lore into Ancient of Lore. But
I mean, say he drew Wrath here, but
He has to cycle Wrath.
there's nothing else to do.
He has to do it. Like, he's
Wrath?
considering actually just killing it, but then you're just drawing the card next turn that you would draw off at this turn, so
Yeah.
you just have to do it.
Precisely.
you need to draw into Ancient of Lore and heal yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
Wrath into Ancient of Lore.
Oh.
I think
That's-
that should be it now, because
yeah.
there's no way to protect.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
He has
5
no
points
heal.
of
That is
damage.
actually it. Little does he know. Or he probably suspects, to be honest.
And this is where I think because Trump didn't innervate out hero power in the previous turn, it didn't buy him enough time.
Well, he was
Because
still
now he'd be at 6 health after the turn was over.
That is true. But, I mean, the next draw from Theude might just kill him anyways.
Yeah, he
like,
was still in a
there's plenty of
position-
cards in
Might.
sec,
You,
yeah.
I mean, how is that how you're going to play? Like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm just going to die
I'm like,
maybe.
I'm probably going to die. I'm just going to leave this game.
I don't know.
I do that in the ladder plenty. You have
Sure.
4 good turns against me, I'm out of there.
I think so. I mean, these innervates didn't do anything anyways. And there's no point of like, oh, I'm trying to hide innervate from my opponent. Oh well. I guess this was a tough matchup. I guess from the beginning, especially with 2 freezing traps and high mains. That's usually the way you beat Druid.
Yeah, Druid doesn't match that well against against Hunter.
It's certainly not. The Theude definitely got the good end of the pick ban for the first match, at least.
So Theude is going to take the game number 1. The mind games are won by Theude, I guess, in this first pick. But now,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, if he has a Death Rattle Priest, then probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so
Trump's picking
Warrior.
Oh, you know what? Sorry. Theude doesn't play Freeze Mage. He's just playing Secrets Mage.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're picking Warrior directly into it, but...
Oh, yeah, because that would leave him open to Freeze Mage hard.
But in this scenario, Theude's playing that mid-range tempo mage with Secrets. That's the only way I can describe it.
All right, well, it's a pretty good opening hand, I would say.
For both of players?
Yeah,
I guess both of the players have a nice opening here.
Certainly. Unfortunately, no War Axe for that, so that's actually kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. But he does have ways to kill off the Undertaker the following turn, assuming he doesn't get out of control with Leper Gnomes. And
do you coin the Animal Companion here? It's so
spinners.
tasty.
It is, actually, yeah. I do like that play. I mean, he has 2 of them. He doesn't really need to charge this up right this second.
Is it the Huffer?
Leog is probably the worst.
Yeah. This is a solid one, though.
Huffer would be fine as well, but 4/4 Misha is good.
What do you like for this turn? This is actually kind of an odd turn.
You can make a funny play with Taskmaster into Armorsmith, attack into the Burr, and
Shield Slam.
Yeah, and Shield Slam, but I'm not sure.
It's if he has a Death Rattle minion, which he does, then the Taskmaster can be erased very easily. Or then I guess you could play the Unstable Ghoul and everything kind of just clears, and you're above 30. So like all that's. You do need to get rid of this 4/4. You can't just.
You shield slam the 1/2 because he will get 2 armor. You get 1 armor from pinging the Armorsmith and then attacking into the Bear.
Yeah.
And you actually shield slam the Undertaker. You leave the 4/1 because you have a 2/2 that can trade with 4/1 effectively, and even if he doesn't, you still have the Unstable Ghoul.
Oh, okay, he actually opts a little bit differently.
You still can do the same thing, I believe. By playing Unstable Ghoul first, and then, but it is more mana efficient to do it the way Nimsh says. Then you don't have the guarantee though of being able to take care of this, because say you drop Unstable Ghoul the following turn, he has Houndmaster, then there's no value there.
Also, it's good to get rid of the Undertaker as soon as possible until because it might grow next turn.
Yeah. Eventually, that Undertaker will start to grow. Like right now, you can kind of ignore a little bit, but
like if for example, Theude would have a Leper Gnome in his hand, or like a Web Spinner, an Iron Beak, then it's like Iron Beak a Ghoul, kill the 1/4 with a Bear, and just play Leper Gnome, and Undertaker is a big creature, and then it's like the whole board you have to play around.
Yeah, I think silencing. I mean, dealing with dealing with the Armorsmith is really important too as the hunter early on.
To just be able to straight up kill that and make this only a 1/3, like 1/3. There's not even a card in the game that's just a 1/3. That's like so bad.
Yeah, I like the Iron Beak here.
Oh, well,
that's the Unstable Yeti down there, man. That's like
a little late to the party, but
yeah,
I suppose Trump didn't take too much damage at all. In fact, he's barely under 30 health.
This is actually such a huge draw because he can kill the Bear and he can also kill the Undertaker. So he's putting himself in a really good position with a follow-up of a Sludge Belcher.
How do you want him to do it? Because there's a few different permutations of like how to clear this board out.
I would like to just axe the Bear, attack into a 1/2 with a 1/3, and then kill it with Duskmaster.
You prefer that to killing the Owl for free with this because we're going into turn 4, so if he has Houndmaster on that Owl, that's like a little bit annoying, right?
True.
But I guess you have this 3/1 left, so that could trade with it anyways. Yeah, so that's actually not that big a deal.
The health gain of 2 Death Rattles on the Undertaker is too problematic.
Yeah, you're right.
So now he doesn't have Houndmaster. He has Animal Companion, which could turn out to be disastrous. And he has Loot Hoarder, which is a very passive anti-tempo move.
Yeah. I don't like it against these two minions, though.
No.
That's like, I would actually almost take these back in my hand. His hand's getting small. The Black Knight is a card that's so situational and expensive, you don't know if you're going to end up playing it, you know? So I don't like the Freezing Trap here that much. I feel like I would wait until later.
Yeah, you definitely wait with Freezing Trap. If he's playing Loot Hoarder, he will Hero Power.
Yeah.
And you probably... Do you even kill the free one? You don't. Because...
He's got to attack into you.
Yeah, he has
that's
to
a bad draw.
Yeah. It certainly is.
Boy.
Oh, but Slash Butcher is a pretty nice card.
It's very strong against Hunter when they have no beasts or minions on the field even.
Look at the aggression. Nobody wants to trade the minions.
Yeah. See, this is another thing where you have to make a conscious decision because you know he might have Hunter's Mark and gets through the Sludge Belcher easily, but then you give up a weapon charge of the axe, and I wonder if it goes through Trump's mind again, like, oh, this is not good value. Like, I need to withhold it.
It could be.
No, he even talked about this on the cast, like how he hates using Fire War Axe on like Loot Hoarders, for example.
Yeah, yeah, you're like kind of just trading half of your card into life for
something that pays itself. So
yeah.
Do you play the Black Knight here? I think you want to play the Black Knight.
You either play the Black Knight or the Acolyte, so
whichever you're anticipating on turn 6, which is the High Man.
I would not anticipate a Sludge Belcher on turn 6, and I would love to develop the board.
Does Theude play Sludge Belcher? I don't think we've seen it.
Or I meant Savannah High Man, excuse me.
Oh, okay. Thing is, he does have Shield Slam in his hand, so if he plays the Acolyte and armors up, then that's going to give him a possible 4-power Shield Slam the next turn. I think I prefer that just slightly, because his hand is like a little bit off, and he can draw with the Acolyte, and just kind of makes another card a little bit more powerful.
That's a valid point. You also gain life.
Yeah, yeah, and that can be important. He is only at 16. It is time to start armoring up really regularly.
Oh,
that's
not a bad second draw.
Yeah.
Or
and he can armor up with that as well.
Armor up and just go face with everything. Are you racing here?
By the way, it's...
I mean, you're not racing. It's just you don't have a good trade. Sometimes it does turn out to be a race, though, if you draw Alex Straza, and then you have weapon up with a couple minions.
I hate to say this, by the way, but he placed his minions right. Like, I don't want to bring this up because he might have every card in this list, but if one card is
explosive
missing...
Trap?
Explosive shot, I think it's called.
Shot.
Right.
This is very robust against that.
Oh, that arena skill's coming in.
Yeah, no, you see, he's like, he thought about it for just a second, put it on the right. It's but I like to see that. There's no reason not to.
What do you think about multi-shot?
I don't like it at all. It's like a terrible brawl. Yeah. 2 more mana for 1 more damage? No, thank you.
It would be so good in here.
Yes, it would be amazing here. That's for sure.
You know, now all of a sudden, I wonder if Trump's also playing Big Game Hunter, because then the Savannah High Man is vulnerable.
That's a possibility. I mean, he's playing Black Knight, so...
The question is, are you following this up with a Houndmaster? Because if Houndmaster is actually being dropped, that might be huge.
Theude should know that Trump also has Black Knight in his Warrior deck, so you're very hesitant to use it. You lose 6 health on the board, and all of a sudden you're very vulnerable.
Huh.
But you can protect the High Main, right? Or can you not?
Yeah, you kind of do, but yeah, it looks like he wants to play Mad Scientist and use his hero power. His opponent is getting pretty low, so if he can work in hero power each turn, then he can probably end up finishing off. But if he neglects that and is just trading minions for 4 or 5 turns, that can be 8-10 life gain.
That's a pretty good read, yeah.
And again, like you said, whittling down that life also whittles down the armors here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Trump now can draw, which is very nice for him. His hand was looking very poor. So let's see what he gets off it first.
He definitely needs to draw.
You attack into Leok with...
yeah, I think you're going to kill Leok this turn. I'm pretty sure.
You can
the thing is, yeah, he has this Shield Slam too, so you might not want to attack into Leok. That's...
No, I think if you Shield Slam, you can Shield Slam the High Main. But you want to kill Leok anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Because that goes better with the Belcher as well, and you keep both.
Oh, this is a really nice card. You can face this the 7-2.
And then Shield Slam it down.
and kill Leok with Sludge Belcher.
Yeah.
And just go face with one.
And then you have like he has 3 2/2s out. You have 2 taunts that are not that big, but yeah, that seems really good actually. And he has like a really big board, and he studied this deck, so he should know. And I don't think that there's any unleash in here, so it's totally fine to just have that many minions.
He's got 3 effective taunts, a way to get past the taunt, and then he would have at least 7 damage on board, assuming his opponent can only attack with these 3. So it'd be a strong position to Faceless as high main.
Yeah, I really do want to see the Faceless on the high main. I think it's great. I think that's what he's going to end up doing. Okay. Oh.
So
yeah,
Vanas accomplishes similar things where you're trying to outpower on the board, and not to mention you can steal, but I don't know if this high main is going to live.
Do you want double Ysera? With Faceless?
Hey, double Ysera is not bad.
You can also Faceless your own Sylvanas too. Like, you can face a Sylvanas, Shield Slam it, and then still have a Sylvanas.
Also, you've seen one Iron Beak, so Sylvanas gets more value there.
Yeah, like, he's probably not playing 2 Iron Beaks. He's probably playing 1, I would guess. But
oh, you should obviously play 2.
2, obviously. No one will ever understand.
A small instant joke.
I was like, guys, I want to know what's so funny. I feel so left out.
Yeah. All the.
So you're still not going to explain it?
All right. I'm like, too bad, Frodan. This is a private joke.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. It's like basically all the doggy house guys. Like whenever they would talk to each other, everyone was like so like ego-y that it's like, well, obviously, like I'd be like, so how many like Iron Beak Owls, and 2 obviously, and like anything you ask, it's obvious apparently. I'm like, but should we play Rag in this deck? It's like,
house.
Obviously. Well, no, that was Nyx, Ecop, and Nimsh said the Owls obviously, but that was more of a joke.
Fair enough.
It was funny. Trust me. Funny stuff.
No, it is. I'll laugh next time. Make sure I'm on cue. He's gonna give one of his minions away.
Okay.
Hyena is the average expected result.
Oh, the Black Knight value here.
That's right. Yeah, Black Knight becomes a fantastic play.
Oh wow. This is also a nice card to have.
Wow. Trump's turning this around.
Yeah, this is like really nice. I think Black Knight and Armor Up are really good, and I would even use the Shield Slam maybe.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you guard perfectly.
Knight, Shield Slam, yeah. It's really nice.
So Black Knight of 4/4 taunts. What do you slam? Do you?
You Armor Up and Shield Slam the Houndmaster, and I think you throw your Acolyte into the 2/1.
Sure, so you Black Knight first.
Yeah,
and then
because
draw.
Whatever secret, you'd expect a freezing trap to come out, and it doesn't. You can bounce like the Hyena or something. It doesn't matter.
Or
if it's Snake Trap.
You still shield slam the 4/4.
Yeah, I mean you're not attacking his minions this turn.
I suppose you. Yeah, you shield slam first.
I don't think it matters.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I mean, drawing a card first is better.
Yeah, it is. You should technically draw the card first, but it wouldn't change this. You got to keep armoring up. Like Trump has really taken complete control of this game. He's been able to armor just so much.
And I think you do armor up actually.
No secrets.
Yeah, so he only plays 2 freezing then.
And then Trump deduces that he must hold them in his hand. Wow, that's so much information.
Yeah,
just
that was
with one
a ridiculous turn.
That's incredible.
Wow, like he sees, okay, he's holding 2 freezing traps now.
Yeah, look at this terrible, terrible hand. And the thing is, he doesn't even care. Like, I will bounce at Hyena all day.
Champ just smiled. He was like, yeah, this is interesting. Just noting, double freezing trap.
Right.
He was 2 of the 4 cards. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Twitter looks pretty helpless. He doesn't have anything to do other than Black Knight, but this is where Warrior can start like running away with the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you have no pressure. Warrior has 22 points of health, effectively. And the Black Knight is really not pushing at all.
I think that you invest in using hero power still as Hunter. Like, if you don't just keep using hero power, like, it's not going to work. We see this hand. This hand is really good. Like, this shield block is going to be able to draw him into, you know, maybe he gets another Sludge Belcher or something. I don't know.
Well, I think Ysera is a safe call here.
Yeah, you have time. You have a moment. You can devote
time.
He knows both cards in his hand now.
Yeah, it's like the same situation where I think Theude also may have put Trump on innervates from the previous game because he just held dead for a while. He didn't even wild growth when he had an opportunity in the final game. So it's like both of the first 2 games they had 2 dead cards, but they sat in their hand for a while.
Yeah. It's good here, finally. Like, you're not going to want to bounce the Ysera because it'll never come out again. So that thing is not attacking.
Savannah was a nice top deck, by the way. It's a card that does
That was
something
the
at
only
least.
way to bring himself back in here.
Yeah, let's ask Amaz if he's going to win if he hits with that, because I think he is.
So what are you going to do? Are you drawing first? Because this hand is kind of awkward.
Well, you know the first one's Freezing Trap.
Yeah, you know a Freezing Trap. I think you open up with a shield block. Because this is actually scary. That's 10 points coming through next turn.
We've seen double shield slam, right? So what's left is like an execute. And if you
Damaging that is really a pain.
you have a lot of life. If you shield block and you try to execute, you can just fireworks and kill the lion right there.
Could you Fireworks, Execute, and Spellbreaker? 6, 9, and 1. Yeah, you could, but
Yeah, you
it
could.
doesn't matter because you didn't try it. Oh boy.
Do you just
What
face
about
the 6/5?
developing the axe so that way next turn you have the opportunity to grow mosh? Perhaps if you
What?
draw into an activator. Oh my goodness, 2 Ysera.
Two Ceres.
Do you know what? I like
That-
that. What if he gets like a bunch of Yseras? What is it?
Awakens.
It's
Yeah.
Double Ysera Awakens.
If he just gets 2 of them.
And
Yeah.
one. If he
Wait,
gets one,
Nightmare on his grow mosh.
Okay, hold on. This is like,
how much damage is this?
if he bounces one Ysera, then that's
17
14.
damage from the hand.
That's
the axe
that's it.
and the Grommash
No.
7.
18
No.
damage from the hand.
That's it.
Like
is it?
1 Ysera will get bounced back.
And the second one is a killing blow.
That was a really smart play, but one gets
Wow.
bounced. Hold on, I got to do this math like 9
No, no,
times. I
you-
don't get this. Like,
So-
7 plus 10 plus 4. What's that?
That's 1.
He can still play the fireworks.
21.
21.
Yeah.
He has overkill. That's it.
I can't believe that he just won by throwing down
Wow.
the faces on a Ysera that can't attack because of Freezing Trap and getting 2 Nightmares. This is insane. This is crazy.
I guess his rationale was he also can get Dream. He can. I guess the worst case scenario was also scary, getting 2 Laughing Sisters.
I think Trump is the only person in the world who's playing around Freezing Trap with double Ceres.
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't
Okay,
really matter if
attack.
this gets tossed back to the hand.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what it is. And that's a win, and this is going to throw Theude way off because he's probably thinking he can win this right now. Oh my god.
Wow. And this is not even.
Are you joking me?
This is not even BM. You're just going because this is what you have to do.
This was really well played by Trump.
That was crazy. That was super well played. He found like a really weird out, and it was like right before he was going to die too. That was
Also, it's so funny because
It's ridiculous.
Certainly. By the way, guys, the second game is
Okay.
ready, and
Third.
Theude is. Oh,
Sure.
it's the
Third
third game, right? And Theude is picking his Druid against Trump's Warrior. A very good pick. Druid is
It's a good plan.
yeah.
and he wants to draw into Innervate and Wild Growth.
Yeah, certainly. We're going to keep some of these early game minions.
Early game, yeah, you want to have also like a response to what Druid can do early on. Like you mentioned, Innervate. If they Innervate Yeti, like having Execute sometimes isn't bad either as the warrior.
Yeah, yeah, certainly. Like, whenever I play against Druid with, like, Shaman, I want to keep a Hex. Whenever I play against it with Warrior, you know, you got to keep get some sort of early removal sometimes. Or an Axe, of course, paired up with a few other things.
By the way, what do you guys think about mulliganing Shield Block?
I always mulligan Shield Block, unless it's, like, Freeze Mage or something. Like, I don't like it in the opening hand. I think it's, like, too clunky. It's, like, a very good draw later on.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if you're on coin. Like on coin, you often need to accelerate a little bit quicker to get Death Spite, or which you just drew. Yeah.
It's like a cycle card, and you don't want to cycle a card. Like, you can cycle it by mulliganing it
Yeah.
away anyway.
Yeah, he's got 2 Death Spite now, so he can answer pretty much anything. And Theude off to a very poor start.
Yeah, that hand, that is a bad, bad hand. He has some tools in it, though, you know, if this
Right.
goes, like, really long. Like, Big Game Hunter is fantastic against Warrior.
But you don't want to have the start like this.
No.
Against a warrior, you can have such a good start with like a turn 2
Oh,
Spectral
okay.
Knight.
That's gotten a lot better already.
He has the curve, but
Yeah.
it's a bit slow still.
Yeah, yeah. They're quality minions, so. Yeah. But I definitely do like Trump's hand a lot better here. By the way, guys, make sure you get out there and hashtag SSCII. Talk about this tournament. Let people know on the internets because this tournament is just so awesome. Like, Take does such a great job. Him and his crew put in so much hard work here. Like, no one even sleeps, man. Yep. Seriously, they're up all night long, and it's wild. I don't know how they do it.
I was leaving the place at 4 a.m. in the night, and like Broman was still in the production doing stuff for the next day.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. They do not sleep. They just make this is one of the premier tournaments in esports.
Couldn't agree more. And we had a lot to thank for these entertaining games.
Yeah.
So putting on the cool Taskmaster is reasonable, I think, considering he can put some reasonable pressure, and then the Shade Next Rammus can't easily just bully the Armor Smith. All right.
Still, the gameplay for Druid is extremely easy. You just want to deal as much damage as possible and put Warrior in the combo range.
This one turn is just a little bit... I don't like it that much. Like, are you going to proc the Yeti and execute with the... Okay, he's going to do it like this.
Yeah,
okay, no, that's way better. Okay.
Right.
I was confused.
And the second effect, the second swing of Death's Bite can activate on follow-up Yeti or help you get through Drew the Claw, but that's where Spectre Knight becomes really annoying.
Yeah, the Spectre Knight will still die, but it's going to deal 4 points of damage.
Yeah, but not just 4 points of damage, but it's going to kill off the Armor Smith and
maybe 3 points of damage because Armor Smith will armor for 1.
Yeah, but oh no, for 2 because you have to run him in.
Yeah. Okay, so is there? Let me ask this: is there any merit to brawling? Because these are 2 creatures you just can't deal with.
Oh, and that's an Armor Smith, so it backflips right out of the brawl. Backflips.
I wouldn't brawl in here. I would wait for another minion.
Sure. I'm just asking if there's any merit to it.
Is there a merit? Is there any merit in not killing the Spectre Knight?
You know what?
Just going face.
I think that there's maybe, but here's the thing: if one of his minions live, I guess if the Shade of Noxramas lives, that's normal result. What if the 4/6 lives? Yeah, no, I think that there's merit to it. It's an idea, and I don't think it's necessarily terrible.
It's really hard to commit to that, especially because the 1 in a 3 chance it doesn't win, or sorry, if any of them live, the 1 in 3 chance it most likely is going to not live it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah,
to come back from that if you just lose it like that.
Yeah, I still like the killing.
But you're trading. I guess you're trading 1 charge on the axe. You have like a much higher reward, possibly, and then the downside is not actually that down when you think about it. But I mean, saving the brawl is actually
killing off one of those
about.
Minions, regardless. You're killing off Shade or killing off.
And you're not going to have your Armor Smith at the end of the day with the play that you made. And so, I mean, that's a very interesting one. I like that one, Theude.
That Spectre Knight just dealt 2 points of damage and traded 1 for 1.
Yeah,
sure. It's essentially you traded a second. Instead of using Brawl, you use a second weapon charge. It's fine. Well, from here, the Druid still... Like, what is he playing? Yeti? You like Yeti over the armors? The
Sylvanas?
I think so.
Yeah, Yeti is better. And do you even Wild Growth? Next turn you will have 8.
You get closer to combo.
Closer to combo.
You know, Wild Growth in these turns is like really hard to decide on. Like right around turn 5, 6.
Right. Because it's closer to the point where it might be a cycle card.
Yeah, like, and you have to be careful about your hand size. Look at the hand size right now. It's not that good compared to Warrior.
Oh man! Once again, slightly uncomfortable for Trump. It's not as simple as a shield slam.
If he had used that brawl, he could just kill this Yeti with that second charge.
Yeah, that is funny.
Thanks, Ro8.
Finally.
Whoa, come on now.
He can play Ragnaros next turn, so do you set up the board for Ragnaros next turn? Do you even kill the Yeti here? Can you just attack face with a weapon?
No. Attacking face doesn't do anything.
How often will a deck play a taunt, too?
You know,
is Black Knight just sitting here, duck?
There are the Druid of the Claw, which will probably charge anyway. I think I kind of like just attacking face with a weapon, developing Black Knight. That's another minion that's...
yeah, I mean, there's only going to be 2 taunts in this deck, and very likely they're going to charge because he's playing against Warrior. So I think that's actually okay.
I mean, the thing is, after playing Black Knight, they can actually play Druid of the Claw as a bear.
The only fringe exception is if he had Innervate combo, he would die if he didn't armor up. But I think you don't.
You can't, yeah.
Not in this scenario.
What about scenarios? We forgot about the trance.
Still same difference. You can't play around that.
Yeah, okay. I like what's gone on here. If he Lothebs, he can't rag next turn, by the way.
That's true.
That's kind of funny. But if he Lothebs, he trades for both of the Lotheb and the Yeti, which is pretty nice.
How much damage is this? He can deal 4, will be 21. And if he develops a Lotheb, and this weapon is so annoying. Oh my god.
Yeah, the weapon can clear so much Death Spite. Wow.
The good news is that this is the second Death Spite, so
yeah.
A lot of the 5 creatures that are in the Druid deck will be safe from that at least.
You can't like any 5/5 minion you play, you're in a weird spot. I think you might actually think about trading Shade into the 4/5.
The thing is that then both minions just die instantly when he attacks, which he will. So I don't think I... well, yeah, I guess...
Or maybe just go face.
Okay.
With everything.
That's a lot of damage. And he has a lot of damage in hand, too.
I would actually think about developing Big Hunter instead of Hero Power. Because you want to deal as much damage as possible. Next turn you can...
yeah, with Lotheb out, he just can't deal with all that. I think, actually, that was a really good idea, Martian.
Well, he can clear a board here, but it's, again, at a painful exchange of his life, which he might have to do. It's gotten to that point. If you attack the Black Knight into Lotheb, and then execute Shade, and then attack... Huh?
That's how powerful Lotheb is.
He wants to say... Or that was just...
He took an extra point of damage by doing this.
He did not have to do that. That was at 1 point too much.
Okay. Yep, because Black Knight dies anyways.
Yeah, and he's going down to 9, so... doesn't look like Trump's going to be able to pull this out, really.
Well, hold on. I mean,
it's possible, but there's 10 points in his hand. He just is one. Oh, there you go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Innervate will close it out, and Theude will take a 2-1 lead. So this is the expected result, though.
This was a good pick.
The Warrior is not supposed to overpower the Druid unless Druid gets really, really bad curve and draws.
Yeah.
Even though there's 2 cards that sat dead for a while in Druid's hand, he ended up curving out really nicely with his next 3 draws.
He really did, and that Shade of Noxramas was a really important thing.
So Trump will go to Zoo, and then
okay, it's a good
hopefully
choice.
the Zoo for him can win what looks like to be 2 games if Theude doesn't have a good matchup.
Have we seen a Sunfury Protector from Theude? We've seen one from Trump, I believe.
Haven't seen it from Theude. I think that his deck is probably... I think we could probably all sit down and just write this deck out within 2 cards or so.
A weird start for Trump. Voidwalker is a good card versus Druid, but you always want to have an Undertaker.
Yeah. Well, he mulled his whole hand and didn't get it, so... A little bit rough, but...
This one's important for Trump. If he wins this match, then Theude will turn to Mage or Shaman, most likely Shaman to handle Zoo, and if that wins, he has Priest to answer both decks, which is supposed to be strong on paper against his kind of lineup. So if Trump can win this, I would say he's at the series advantage.
I agree.
Even though he's behind the score right now.
The Zoo deck might be the key to Trump's victory in this round.
And he also showed excellent skills with Zoo, piloting really well, doing good decisions.
I've actually always felt like Trump was one of the best Zoo players. Even way back when people were kind of giving him some crap because he wasn't doing that well in tournaments, I always thought his Zoo play was really exceptional. He's, this is what he's good at. He's a very technical player. He trades very well, and that's what Zoo's about.
I think when you think about Trump, you think about control decks because he likes a lot of puzzles and stuff, but he is a value player, and when you're piloting Zoo, you have to think about the value trades with, and you fight for the board all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it really fits his style.
Oh, Undertaker does come up.
Yeah, and you do have a way to kill off this Spectral Knight. It's just, can you get away with not giving up your knife juggler?
Yeah, I think you have to.
I think you're fine with giving away your knife juggler.
Right, but can you do it without giving it?
I mean, you can start with Undertaker and Nerubian Egg, just in case, and then see what happens after the juggles.
Well,
yeah, because then you coin out
if you want to get technical, you can...
If that hit him twice, and then you +3, all 3 juggles would have to hit him.
Right. There's a chance.
You have to give up the juggler.
Okay.
Bye, Jugs.
Is that his nickname to you?
Yeah, it's Jugs.
All right.
Have you guys seen a video where Juggler is just trolling the owner? There's like the opponent is on 1 health, there's Ragnar's on 1 health, and Luxra's on 1 health, and he's hitting Sludge Belcher 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that. It's so funny.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God! If he can't, this knife doesn't
he has
hit.
guarantee it, but this is a troll knife juggler. If
he can play the Direwolf if he wants, but the egg is such a better play.
Right.
You really want to hit
Risk.
Come on, Juggler.
Oh, there you go. All right.
All right. Well, that would have been very unlucky for Trump if that didn't happen. That would have been a 12.5% chance it didn't happen.
This is a nice swipe, but when that's your turn, it's not as good as.
It's okay though. It's a passive board, and he's coming up on stronger turns where Druid the Claw becomes problematic. But then the egg gets popped, and it's a legitimate threat. You just use swipe.
Do you want to Direwolf tap or Argus here?
I think I like Argus.
Okay.
It's more expensive. Generally, as a rule of Zoo, playing the more expensive creature is a better play, assuming it's not like Doomguard that discards half your hand.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, like if you had Dark Iron Dwarf instead of Defender, you'd still do this because it not only puts out a slightly more durable body, but because it's more flexible to use these smaller creatures. But maybe Trump is thinking about what his opponent can do on the following turns.
The reason I suggest maybe Direwolf Alpha is because he does have 2 of them. He already has 1 taunt up, and his hand size is getting like a little bit small. So, I like to eventually start trying to refill it a little bit. So I think that both plays are like pretty good, but I guess we'll see.
I like Defender because whatever you draw, you always have a follow-up with double Direwolf Alpha into 3 minions that have a lot of health.
That is true, too. You get maximum damage booster.
That's quite true.
And also what Frodan said, if you draw into like a Harvest Golem, maybe then a play of a Direwolf and a Harvest Golem
becomes more flexible.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll go ahead and do that. He does have both those Direwolves, so we'll see if that comes into play.
Such decision, much Zoo.
Oh, wow. Well, look at Druid.
Yeah, Druid's got just, which 5-mana creature do I want to play here? It's not like there's money choices for Theude either.
Oh, wow. This Iron Beak is really important for the Druid of the Claw. So
yeah, that's for sure.
Now you just play the dogs and go face. Your board is really resistant to whatever happens, and you've seen 1 swipe already. I would say it's a winning position for Zoo.
Yeah. You
didn't even have to trade here. Like, this is so much damage. This is how much damage.
I think if you traded, you couldn't be like faulted for killing that off, but it is a lot of damage.
9 face.
Yeah.
It's sweet, and your board is really resistant to whatever happens.
You put him down to 15.
Okay, he's going to. He'll use the egg too then.
Oh, he wants a spider.
Yeah. And
is the Nerubian a spider? I guess it is.
Nerubian is kind of like a spider, but it's a race by itself.
Yeah, it is. Nerubians are spiders.
They are
not
really.
Yeah, they are.
They're Nerubians.
Look at him. How many legs does he have? Is it 8?
It's 6.
How many legs, Nimsh?
8.
Wait, does
spiders
arms
are
count as legs as well?
Yeah, they have 8 legs, right?
What? I thought spiders have 6 legs.
No, what? Ants have 6 legs. Hi, my name is Frodan. I don't know anything about arachnids.
Yesterday, you on the dance floor had 6 legs.
I just gotta know. Did you unlock the arachnid quarter or not?
Are you telling me?
I have not played a game of Hearthstone since pre-July next Rammus release.
If this Nerubian has 6 legs and 2 arms, isn't actually an ant?
No. Spiders have 8 legs. The Nerubians are spiders.
We'll have to
remember the arachnid quarter.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Ben Broda.
Arachnid. Oh man, you guys just need to read a book on spiders. That's just how it is.
Thank you.
Arachnid quarter has a lot of spiders and Nerubians and a couple of ants.
All right. Well, thank God no zoo in real life has spiders.
Actually, the Soul Zoo has spiders in it.
Oh, perfect curve defender.
Oh, silence on the
Wow.
Sylvanas
Wow, that
and
works
straight
out,
into
doesn't
defender.
it?
I still go face here.
Yeah.
6, 11, 14, 16 points of damage. Silence Sylvanas, put him
Wow.
in 5, and a high 5 you
That's
win
right.
the
I mean,
Yeah.
Black Knight doesn't do anything. It's like
He'd need Black Knight, Shadow Step Black Knight, Shadow Step Black Knight.
Black Knight.
You need Poison Seeds and
There it is.
Abomination.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. But I know what you mean. Starfall probably.
Oh yeah, the Starfall is better.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because unfortunately, if
Well, no,
you
everything's
poison
going to go up to
seed-
3.
You change Abomination into a 2/2, it doesn't explode.
Yeah. So what do you taunts? All right, works for me.
Yeah, that actually gives you a little bit more damage.
Not. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter.
This is, yeah, he's pretty dead, man.
I don't foresee a way. He's really close to being able to BGH the Nerubian. that's how much this got buffed.
Wow.
Swipe is a nice card to have.
Too little, too late here. If only he could silence the silence and steal one of these taunts.
Swipe is important because it allows you to Sudoku properly. Without swipe, you wouldn't be able to kill yourself.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's always something you got to consider.
And other than that, I don't see any good options.
Yeah, Theude is going to have to go on to the next game, but definitely has some decks that can fight against this, I think.
So, Frodan, can you tell us how important this win was for Trump again? Why is it so important that he won with Zoo right now?
Well, I mean, Theude, if he loses this match, has to go to what looks like to be Shaman, because I don't think his Mage deck is very good against Zoo, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, I think you're completely right about that. Like,
there's no spells to counterspell other than Soulfire, and then they can make Mirror Entity Abusive Sergeant.
Yeah, it's not what you want.
So
Zoo can have such an exploded star that you don't even react with that.
The deck can be a little bit clunky. I think it's really for more fighting against just something bigger.
So then if the Shaman beats the Zoo, then you have Priest to answer Shaman and then Mage, and those are two favorable matchups for Trump.
But Shaman is not that good against Zoo as well.
Well, the Shaman that Theude brought, I think, is more of a normal Shaman. It's not like, for instance, we'll see what he chooses here in a second.
But I would certainly go with the Shaman instead of Mage.
Yeah, I don't think his Mage is a good matchup in that. And so, yeah, he goes for it.
He's got a useless card in there already, Harrison Jones, so he hopes he doesn't draw anytime soon.
Yeah, definitely not.
But on the other hand, he has Earthshock, which is one of the best answers to Undertaker. And Leperno.
Yeah, I think Earthshock is... I mean, it is a response. It's still a minion that's out there terrorizing your totems.
Huh.
Unless you get a spell damage totem. But you know, it's like a 1 mana silence and 1 point of damage.
I guess I'd just rather have Rockbiter just chop it down immediately.
Trump wants to throw away the Haunted Creeper and Harvest Golem, so he really wants to dig for an Undertaker, I believe.
Yeah, he needs... That's like too expensive to start out with, I think, those cards.
I said it before, but the Mulligan in Zoo is really, really important.
Yeah.
And he gets an Undertaker, unfortunately no Deathrattle minis for now.
Yeah.
But
this might work out because his opponent has Undertaker and he can play Direwolf to get rid of it. So
I believe you Star Wars Flame.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Undertaker doesn't have any indication
Thanks,
of being buffed.
Okay, so...
Wow. I mean, if he stabilizes... Fire Elementals are great in this against Zoo, but...
I think it just passed.
I mean, in a vacuum, they are.
Yeah, I guess.
There is Doge. Or Dodge.
Yeah.
Did we ever have that resolved? Doge versus Doge?
It was meant to be Doge, but the Doge House guys, the Europeans, all call it Doge.
Man, well, good thing he drew that.
Called it Doge, I think.
You printed Doge on the shirts.
Yeah. By the way, guys, we're actually at like 87,000 people watching this right now.
We can hit 100.
And
I'm blushing right now.
so tell your friends. Let's get some more people on the stream. Like, didn't League of Legends hit 600K or something? So we should be at least 3 million, I would say.
If there's 20 million people out there that are playing Hearthstone, that is. But hey, we've been having a lot of fun here. Hope you guys have been doing it too. And drawing into this Pharaoh Spirits was really important, but at the same time, you'll be stuck on 1 mana, so you better hope whatever comes out is worth Earth Shocking.
Well, your turn is kind of dead, and here for Trump, he can have a pretty good turn with Undertaker, Direwolf, and even Soulfire.
Yeah, I'm wondering about the Soulfire. I feel like I would use the Soulfire this turn. I think I would play Direwolf next to the Direwolf and use the Soulfire.
Yeah, and Undertaker on the right. Kill one of the wolf.
Okay, so you want to get rid of the Dark Iron because the thing is, this board, if he has I guess it takes an extra turn. But if he had let's say, a Lightning Storm, that could be, this board is obviously very weak to that. So I was thinking to leave the Undertaker in hand because next turn at 4 mana you could have played Dark Iron and that's a little bit more stable.
True.
So I would have left it in the hand. But
I'm fine with playing it because you know that the next turn is pretty much dead. There might be an Earthshock, but an Earthshock doesn't do that much.
Right. Definitely true. Definitely true.
In a way, the Soulfire acts the same way as because the Overload denies your mana. It's the same way as if a Loatheb came down the board and it's like, well, I have nothing I can do to affect the state of the board. So you get this damaging guaranteed next.
It's so weird because it's tempting to Earthshock the Direwolf Alpha here. It will be able to prevent 2 points of damage. But not Earthshocking the Undertaker. It's like, you can't leave it alone. Even though there are no cards in Trump's hand, he will draw at least 2. So the possible potential of Death Rattle minion draw is huge.
Yeah. Let's see what he gets here.
Death Rattle minion.
Death Rattle minion.
And
a tap.
And a Death Rattle minion.
A little expensive, but he's got that for next turn plus a tap, so it pans out. Now, how does Trump choose to do this? Is he trading the Direwolf Alpha attack?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. That's going to allow the Earthshock to actually get some value, but that's okay.
You don't want to kill that minion with Undertaker because you want to have 3 health at least to avoid a possible Lightning Storm. And you don't want to kill it with a 4/2 because it's just a loss of damage.
Yeah. But this turn, I think, let's see what he draws. But I mean, it looks like an obvious Hex on Undertaker and Earthshock on the Direwolf.
Oh wow, he got a 4 mana minion. How good is this?
Oh, that's fantastic. I just love playing Defender Argus on an empty board. Yeah, I mean, he can reduce it to 5 damage next turn, but then he goes down to 10, and that's not any good.
What about? Oh my God, does he have to hex the Undertaker and Earthshock the...
He's still not even guaranteed a turn next on turn 5.
Yeah, he doesn't have a play.
He's drawn 3 of the heaviest cards in his deck.
Yeah, that's right.
That is really unlucky
Those
for
are
Theude.
probably the 3 most expensive in his entire deck.
Yeah.
Defender of Argus is pretty good. You can put Flame him into 3 health range, so... Oh, he actually decides to tap.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
He's bringing him down lower. He has the Harvest Golem. Clearing this entire board is going to be impossible on 5 mana.
So, Frodan, being a shaman... I won't ask that. There is no way you can win from this
situation. No, there is no way.
Not with Leopard Gnome guaranteeing the damage and Doomguard in hand. I mean, Theude realizes it too. He's looking at Trump. He just puts his hands up and like, well, what can you do? And Trump's like,
you
nothing.
Can't do anything there.
Yep.
Yeah, Theude knows this is it. This is it.
And Trump is going to take the series to synergize with Undertaker. He plays Flame Imp. And just because he gets that damage in early, look how much impact it had to finish the game quickly.
My God, look at this hand.
Insane.
You don't even have to mulligan that much. And I like throwing away Abyss Sergeant. You want to have it to drop with the throttle.
Don't have Theude's up quite yet. We'll see. Oh my God.
Oh, that's nasty.
Oh, thank God he has Frostbolt. Thank God for that.
Fireball's usually an inefficient card against Zoo too.
Let's see.
Okay, the Leopard Nimsh.
You know, did you see the game, Nimsh, where Leopard Gnome ended up killing off Savitz, was it?
It's killed somebody.
Yeah, because Savitz was the rogue, and then he went Blade Flurry, and because it did, it killed him off. Did you see it? No, you didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah, it was a Leopard Imp for sure.
Oh, this hand is still pretty good.
Because it's nice. It's got like a decent curve and everything. But you know, the mage for now can deal with some of this. Like, yeah, he's got like some sticky minions coming up, some stuff that draws. He has some removal.
That's not a bad draw either.
Yeah.
This is a perfect draw for Trump.
Yeah, it is.
That's a great turn 4 as well with Harvest.
Can you imagine this Undertaker if it wasn't in check? Game is over. if it wasn't Frostbolt.
Yeah, it would be.
He needs a Mass Dispel ASAP. This is like crazy.
If there will be no Frostbolt, he will have to polymorph it right now.
Yeah, and he'd already be dead. Like if he didn't have that Frostbolt, this game could not have gone
You have
right.
to fireball the Undertaker.
Power of Undertaker. I think Undertaker should be nerfed. Just buff the
Wow, dangerous opinion, Nimsh.
I think you should make Undertaker into a beast.
Look at this.
With Wind Fury.
No, what? That would be imbalanced, Frodan.
There's a 1-mana beast that has Wind Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So it's not that imbalanced.
Yeah.
So do you develop an Undertaker? I believe you do. It's like 1 mana to free. It's always good. That's better
I
than
suppose
Leopard Gnome.
so.
And you still have a follow-up.
Leopard Gnome is okay to get tossed away by Doomguard as well.
Yeah, it's not the most important card.
It's pretty much just a Hunter hero power.
Yeah.
I don't think Theude is actually running any AoE removal here.
He doesn't play a Flame Strike? I can't remember if this deck plays a Flame
Right.
Strike.
Lothar has a similar deck, but yet we still didn't see Flame Strike every
if
time
we
we
haven't
referenced
seen it yet, then it's not in there.
Because it's more like you want to fight the board with the minions. You
That's
have all
true,
the
yeah.
Defile guys.
Yeah.
You're just trading. And then drawing it a Blizzard is kind of clunky. But not here. Like, this board is pretty weird.
It's getting to the point where like Trump's trying not to have to worry about trading, but the Water Elemental is getting so powerful.
Yeah, that guy is going to be a beast here. Like, he could run a Doom Guardian, but I don't like that.
You do
It's-
life step here, by the way.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. He has a perfect set of 3 cards, or 3 mana to play afterwards. And then you might get something like, you know, well,
Oh, this sucks.
isn't that always the way?
All right, well, this could be a big moment for the game.
I think I might Soulfire this Water Elemental right now.
I think you do.
you
Does
just
he
hope
lose
the
the
Doom
Doom
Guard
Guard? Oh! Well, you know, they had Polymorph.
It's actually not that bad anyways, to be
It's
honest.
actually not that bad.
Like, the Doom Guard is fantastic.
That's still
but-
painful. Like, wouldn't you
Yeah.
rather lose a Leopard Gnome?
Well, you can still develop the board here.
I mean, it is a big deal in the sense that 5 damage, that's less pressure and options. Like, now you can polymorph something else.
Yeah, you would definitely
Fireball.
want to
Yeah.
keep the Doom Guard for the next turn.
Yeah. Like, that is a big deal. Oh, man, so many Death Rattles.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine Baron Riven there. Wow. Being played by Zuder.
Don't give him any ideas, Nimsh.
If you play him, though, you have to play Crazed Alchemists.
7-1
You have to do
finish?
it.
Jack for 7.
Oh my
You can even
God.
activate your egg like that.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
It's pretty sick.
You kill your own eggs with Crazed Alchemist. That's pretty clever.
Well, you know what? This Sludge Belcher is actually pretty good in here. Trump, even though he seemed to have an edge, he wasn't able to deal that much damage to Mage.
Yeah, yeah. Like, this is still anyone's game, for sure.
And the quality
Ah.
so far is
Not
pretty
bad.
important.
right?
But the quality of minions on the Mage's side is better. Like, whatever Mage top decks is a bigger guy.
Yeah, that is for certain. He's going to be able to deal with this, though, so that's a little bit annoying.
Well, I suppose Flame Strike doesn't really do much unless you kill the eggs first now.
I think you kill it with a damaged golem.
It doesn't. He's probably going to clear everything next turn, anyways. But yeah,
Or do you?
would you?
I suppose it matters if your opment has Flame
Would you
Strike.
consider using polymorph on an egg?
Yeah, I would consider it. I'm not sure if you do it, but because you have to silence it at some point because there
Yeah.
are so many ways to activate it from Zoo.
Yeah.
Well, it's Kieran Tormage without a secret, but it's still a 4/3 body and
Yeah.
the strongest minion on the board.
Theude, anyway, is running out of cards in here. And I don't think you polymorph it. I think you keep polymorph for Doomguard.
Okay, that's fair. He has Fireball for that as well, but okay.
He needs a Dark Iron Dwarf. I think
That's ooh.
he needed a Defender Vargas more.
Yeah, Defender Vargas would be fantastic here, and this is unfortunate. Like Knife Juggler plus Dark Iron would be a great turn, but this is a little bit lackluster for sure.
I like it.
Oh, I like that he also used the far left egg because then the middle one still has taunt options compared to the left one. Good small moves
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Trump.
Yeah, his technical play is just fantastic.
Now, Theude at the same time, he's been handling the aggression.
Polymorph the
Polymorph.
4/4.
Is he keeping Fireball as flexibility to push damage?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he knows that every turn Trump has to life tap, right?
Right. So if this goes unchecked, because he's out of Soulfires.
And he has the life tap here again.
Oh.
That is not the card you're looking for.
You're starting to get in dangerous territories.
Yeah, that's 13 that he has, so not quite enough to kill him. Well, actually, that's 14.
Yeah, but he's getting
It's one
close.
damage off.
And also, Trump is not doing any pressure in here. He will have to.
Yeah,
play
this
double.
this turn is so weak.
Well, you do play double juggler, but
For
then,
sure.
Then you have to decide. I have to flame him depending on the juggles.
You could guess that he has a fireball in hand, maybe.
What if the knife jugglers in combination with the flame imp kill the Kirin Torbage?
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That's something
That would be very worth playing that then.
How much damage is it if they don't?
Believe it.
This is 6, this is 10, plus 3. 14 with a ping.
Yeah, yeah. So he's one off lethal if he plays that flame imp, and he is going to play it. I'm not too surprised.
Okay, so the goal is now the Mana Worm.
The Mana Worm is the goal.
Mana
Here we
Worm.
go. How
Mana Worm
MLG?
dream.
How MLG are your knife jugglers?
Oh,
That was close.
yeah.
Yeah.
What does he get? Okay, can't quite kill him.
So one off. If he would get a spell, he would just win there.
Do you 1 damage? I think you put him on 1 life.
Okay,
don't
he's
you,
got
though?
9, so he has to draw it.
He has to draw 8
Doomguard
damage.
into.
No, he can't tap if you put him on 1.
Put him on 1.
And then you just ping him no matter what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't deal. 1 card cannot do it. And
Wait.
you put him on 1. Absolutely.
That's
and
9 points of damage, and the Doomguard will be 5 more, 14. And even if the juggles
Yep.
face, you're not dead.
Yeah.
I like this play a lot.
Well, it wins the game.
Yeah, that's a winning
That's
play.
awesome.
Like, there is no card in Trump's deck that
Yeah.
can win this.
Absolutely not.
And
Okay.
Wait.
Defender of the eggs,
No, it can't.
and then you.
The
and then they
juggles
can
don't
double
even do
juggle. 2 jug. Wait, it adds. If they all go to face. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 9. No.
the only
13.
way for Trump to win is if the knives actually crit when they hit face.
They crit? Oh my god.
No crit?
Ah.
Okay.
All right.
This-
Well, why not see where they land?
I think you do tap.
Wow.
Yeah, you definitely tap to see what you could have gotten, so you can be truly salty.
So I guess you just killed
like
off
another
the Mana
flame
Worm. Yeah, clean up here.
Well, you're dead to the ping.
Of course, but for science.
For science.
That is too bad. And I bet the next card is Doomguard if he taps.
Nope. Pretty close.
All right, so we have a tied series going to
All right.
Game 7.
Wow. Sick.
So much that if you miss the early game, you might just lose right there because you're so minion-based, you don't have spells to fight back that easily other than the Auchenai Soul Priest combos.
Oh, wow. We can see a couple of things in here. There is an Undertaken Trump's hand, but there is a Mana Worm and coin for Theude.
Yeah.
So this is tricky. Do you even keep the Northshire Cleric then?
Well, he's got...
Oh, I think you do throw Northshire back. I think you really need a Death Rattle minion. You know that he's playing Undertakers and Mana Worms, and he has the coin, and he plays Mad Scientist. You can't keep Northshire and Undertaker. It doesn't make sense. You can keep one or the other.
Oh,
That hand is not very good.
wow. Is this
That ramps up quickly. 0, 1, 10.
Is this really a Death Rattle? It's not a standard Death Rattle Priest.
His
It's like a-
hand,
Death Rattle Priest
his
plays one
hand
mind control.
spells...
Oh,
his hand spells crap in binary. That's what it was. It's a bunch of 0s and 1s.
Oh.
Thank you, Artosis.
You guy.
Thank you. That was it. I'm out. I'm flying back to the States. You guys are on your own for the
It was
rest. I'm
good
done.
casting with you,
I
Frodo.
contributed my part.
Yeah.
You're the winner here. That's so awkward that he can't actually coin it.
Oh,
All right.
there's your draw.
Okay.
Well, Death Rattle Priest, welcome to the Magic.
Well,
Circle of Healing can be such a good card if you're able to heal your minions and keep the board. But you know what? Frostbolt into an Undertaker is also pretty good.
yeah, very nice. And this does power him up to a 3 attack.
Also, Loot Hoarder doesn't represent that much against the hero, Mage's hero power.
No.
That's right. Who's the superior 1-drop now?
And this is that card. Oh my
Wow.
god. You do attack face. I think you do attack and try to get a Dark Cultist or Injure Blade Master.
So you traded in for the card?
Okay. You know what? I think I do agree with you here. Otherwise, there's a possibility on turn 3 if he has a bad hand, he just pings it. But, I mean, I wouldn't expect that from this deck. Turn 3, like, there's so many 3-drops in it, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe it just gets to live.
Oh my god, he top decked an Undertaker. That's huge. This turn 3 turned into something really monstrous.
Well, hold on. There might be an opportunity for Trump to get an Akanai Soul Priest combination and fight back for the board very quickly. Also, this mage deck does slow down, and there might be an opportunity where, say, down the road, Theude ends up playing Ragnaros and Trump mind controls.
Yeah,
there are applications with the cards in his hand.
Certainly.
Well, right now Trump has 2 draws to get the Akanai. This is not the Akanai.
Nope, it's not the Akanai.
Certainly
The problem is, how do you trade if you draw for it? Because if you kill the Mad Scientist and he gets Mirror Entity, you play Akanai and you actually give him an...
Like, even if you get Northshire Cleric, you can attack into something and then play Northshire and heal to try to dig for that Akanai. You really want to dig for the card. That's so weird. Do you attack into the 2/2 Mad Scientist? I don't like it that much.
I don't like proccing him right now. Like, the tempo that could gain him, if that's a Mirror Entity, you're going to lose.
Yeah,
like, you
because
are
of the
not
Touch
going to win the
Vulture.
game. It doesn't even matter what minion you play.
But
That's a bit risky, for sure.
But if it's Counterspell, it's the same concept. Like, he gets stopped by anything else.
Watch. It's going to be Mirror Entity, and it's going to power up that Undertaker.
I don't know if it does power up the Undertaker.
It does if it comes off a mirror.
Oh,
Well,
wow, I didn't know that.
If it's a counter spell, it's even worse. Because then Akanai Soul Priest circle combo is actually done.
Well, this Undertaker might be big enough to try Shadow Word Death on soon, so maybe he can proc it with that.
I
mean, you joke, but that might be the actual reality.
That is really possible. I was thinking about the Mana Worm getting to like 5, but... Oh my god, double Undertaker.
This is just crazy.
Oh boy.
Gains his life.
And he has a counter spell, so he's pretty comfy there.
At least it's not Mirror Entity for Sludge Belcher.
Yeah,
that would be bad news.
Look, this is where he slows the game back down a little bit. He has double Sludge Belcher here. Yep. He might be able to like slow it down, proc with something. Like he needs to draw like a Powered Shield and
it
an
exists.
Akanai.
It's a Flame Strike.
Hey!
Oh wow!
There it is.
But the start for
Theude
the
probably
priest,
forgot he even had this in his deck.
the start for the priest has just been way too slow. Like Trump needs to fight back hard, but I don't know how he can.
Ooh, I'd be scared about sending this guy to his death. Like, I don't want to duplicate with this board. You've already played so much of your Death Rattle.
I mean, he might already have duplicate for all we know.
Now it might be.
Yeah, I guess you're right. He could.
Now he might have Counterspell or Mirror Entity.
Yeah. Could be anything.
Well, you know what? This Touch Bullshit actually worked pretty well.
Yeah, that helped a lot. And he has another one, so...
So say whatever you want, but Sham actually is not that damaged at this point, and he has cards that are late game cards.
The opening was fantastic for Mage, but you know this deck is doesn't have the backup to a great opening. Like it can open greatly, and like I would say I still like his position well, but that doesn't mean Trump can't come back.
And if there is no Mirror Entity, this Touch Bullshit will be pretty good.
All right, you still also have an alternative. Oh, okay. So this is a way for you to get rid of Counterspell.
How is it?
Would you like Circle?
Yeah.
The thing is, if you play Injured and then you play Circle, like if you play Injured, because it could still be the other one, like you might end up healing his Blade Master that he steals, or...
Oh my god, if there's like a Mirror Entity and a counter spell, Shambin is in a really bad position.
Oh, yeah, actually it comes out as a 4/7 if he steals it because it doesn't get the Battle Cry.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is crazy.
Wait, no. You lied.
You lied.
You lied.
You lied.
Artosis lied.
It just copied it for free. It's not like it's someone.
Oh, it copies the minion as it hits the board. That's right, because it copies a Twilight Drake's Battle Cry as well.
Oh, Champ actually did a Circle of Healing here. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh man, he's one off from Flame Strike. Oh gosh. You just pressed the advantage. And the tempo generated from the mage is just so high. You're doing a lot of damage now. 12 damage. You're threatening a 2-turn lethal.
You can clear his board right out and just go.
I mean...
And yeah, that... We still don't know what that is. That could be a duplicate or a counter spell.
I think it's counterspell.
Like, you think it's counter? Well, I guess it's more statistically likely because there's only one duplicate in the deck.
Like he's protecting his minions so aggressively that it could also indicate duplicate. But at least now he knows Mirror is out of the way, so Sludge Belcher heal is also like,
okay, there you go.
He finally got it.
Play your Sludge Belcher and you play Power Word Shield on him.
Yep.
And that will tell you what's going on. Oh, it is Duplicate.
Oh, the second Power Word. Oh my God, this is.
But then Polymorph.
But he has a Black Knight. He has a Black Knight.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Wow, this is Ancient of War status Black Knight.
Yeah, this is insane.
That's so much value from this Black Knight. And Trump is actually with his back to the wall.
Oh, dude.
If Theude wins this game, he's winning the match and eliminating Trump from this tournament.
He has to draw Akanai right now.
Not even. His Akanai puts him. He's still at 8 health. Is that it?
That might be it.
He can't heal enough. I think that's
10.
it.
Yeah, you're right. That is
Not
it.
doing anything.
That is it. And Trump is going to be eliminated. Crazy.
Well played by Trump. Well played by Theude. He knows that this is it for him. Oh my God,
right.
what a series. Ouch.
Well,
Went to Game 7.
Yeah.
And
Trump
in the end,
had